Hello, my name is Angus Kennedy. I've done a little film for you because I want to tell you something about writing and how and why I wrote this book. Now, I think that in life kind of does things for you. So I've got this old saying, always expect the unexpected, number one. And number two, man plans, God laughs. And I think life is just like that. You never quite know what is around the corner. Something like this, for example. What happened to me was an amazing story. My wife went into labour, and this is a fifth baby, so I've seen quite a few births. You know, when my wife was on gas, I've seen things that she hasn't seen. And I thought, well, I like writing. I've been writing for 30 years, okay. But then what happened? She went into labour, we were going down the stairs, and it was in the middle of the night, but it was a month early, and I was thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? This shouldn't happen. You know, we've got to get to hospital, right? So what happened was we got to the stairs and she just said, I'm not going anywhere. I can't go anywhere. She collapsed on the kitchen floor. So I thought, right, I've got to make a phone call. I've got to phone an ambulance. I couldn't even phone an ambulance because I had to get my wife down the stairs. And so basically one thing led to another. And I wasn't really planning to write this book, but I believe books are given to writers. Writers don't give their books to their readers. We get given things in life, opportunities to do things, and this was unbelievable. Sophie, my wife, collapsed. She collapsed in the kitchen. There you go, on the kitchen baby, the kitchen floor. She passed out and there was no one there. I couldn't make a phone call. I tried to make a phone call and I said, okay, we eventually got there. Ambulance coming, fine, great. Okay, that's good, we get in the car. No problem, kitchen bag, put it in the car. Off we go. Man's job is to get your wife to hospital. That's all we do, right? We just get them to hospital and then we hand them over to the midwives and then it's all okay. But this wasn't like that, no way. I'll tell you what happened. She collapsed and it dawned on me that I was going to have to deliver a baby myself. And that is exactly what happened. And I wrote about this experience live, exactly as it happened, when it happened. And this is not like a how-to book. This is like how it is. There's so much written by consultants, doctors, and everyone knows what's going on. They think they're brilliant. Well, hang on a minute, I've just delivered a baby. So this is what the book was about, but it's not just about that. It was about the intense moment when the baby came out. And I've got to tell you about this because this was really, really a unique moment. I can feel like, you know, when I wrote it, I was crying. I was crying when I wrote that chapter. So it was just unbelievable what happened. You know, my wife was there, she collapsed on the floor. And then the children started coming down the stairs. I mean, can you believe it? You've got all your kids in front of you and there's no one there and you're thinking, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna have to deliver this baby. And Sophie was just screaming at me saying, there's something wrong, it's not right. And you know, there's some moments in life when you just think, oh, please God, can this one day, can it be the right day? You know, and I was thinking this baby, she was saying it was dead and stuff like that. And she'd given up. So what do? You know, you've got your kids there, you know, dads always save the day. Dads are the heroes for their children, aren't they? You know, but sometimes you sort of think, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And anyway, so I can't, obviously you have to read it to find out. I can't tell you, it wouldn't be fair. But, you know, I was facing birth and death and life at the same time. And I'm a believer, you know, really that, you know, birth and death, they are the greatest experiences in life. They really are. And I was experiencing both at the same time. So, you know, I'm quite a deep thinker, you know, I'm always thinking deep and sometimes too deep and everyone thinks I'm completely mad and I drive them nuts. But I put all those really deep thoughts into a book because I just felt birth it's not just about delivering babies and, you know, how much does it weigh and what's the blood count like, has a sugar, is it feeding, is it breastfeeding? You know, it's all technical stuff. This is about what it really is like, you know, to deliver a baby into your hands and, you know, to in a situation where you're in birth, death and life. And, you know, I had my son, you know, he was 6 years old and he was coming down with his toys, his tractor. He came down with cuddly toys for the fetus to play with who was half dead. I mean, can you imagine that? Imagine that. You know, you're there and they're all saying, oh, you know, it's a great occasion. So I wrote about it and I wasn't going to write about it. I didn't do this for money. I started this thing on Amazon and it just shot up to number 8 immediately. And I always knew it was going to happen one day. And, you know, that's my dream, to be a writer. And I hope that you will share my experience with you as a reader, as an amateur writer at the moment, but I want to share my experience with you, and it's in this book, Kitchen Baby. I'm not selling. If I wanted to sell, I could just give you all the spiel, but I just want to share this experience with you so that we can, get a more in-depth, it's about relationships. It's about mum and dad and how they survive, how they get through the end bit. It's not just about the baby. Then after that, you've got to get through your wife having PND and depression and postnatal shock disorder. And then, you think it's okay. And then you get all that. And then you wonder why. Then you wonder why people split up. They're trying to pay the bills. They're trying to look after each other. They can't. It's not enough time. So I just wanted people to stay together, and because I know what it's like not to have a dad. And I want mums and dads to stay together for their children, even when the times gets tough. And we've had 5 kids, we're still together. We've got 5 kids and we're still together. And this book is a celebration of that. And that's all I've got to say. And speaking from Cologne, in a hotel room, making a film about this book, which is my passion. And I very much hope you'll read it. Thank you. Bye.